you guys doing today on this beautiful, blessed day? Today, guys, I want to talk about empath. I know I have always been an empath, and I think I've known it from an early age, because as a kid, I've always been drawn to, like, you know how kids want to, like, hang out with your best friends, you know, like your kids your age and all that stuff. But when I was, like, you know, 5 and 7, I wanted to hang around the adults. I wanted to be around the adults because I was like, hey, I'm an adult here. I don't want to be hanging around a bunch of little hoodlums and kids, and you know, I did have friends, you know, but I'd play with them. But then there were times I just wanted to hang around the adults because, one, I love to talk, and two, I love learning new things and learning things about history, and I was fascinated with it. And you know, I loved hearing those old stories about, oh, I remember when I was a kid, we used to sit on the front porch, you know, and all this stuff. And I just loved hearing those stories. And they were just so fun and entertaining to listen to. And, you know, you don't hear that today. You know, you don't hear that too much today. And, you know, I kind of like, to me, I'm the kind of person who likes to, in the summertime, maybe about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night, I love going to get me some coffee or maybe some lemonade and just go sit out on my porch and just enjoy the night and just really be at one with God and just really connect to just, you know, like, tune out the negativity and just tune into, you know, what's out there, you know, that God created. And you have to really just be at peace and let things go and really, really let yourself fly and just really be at peace. And, you know, I love that. That's the kind of person I am. I think I'm an old soul. I really do. I think in my past life, I think I was an older person. And because somehow I could really connect to them and I could really understand, and I really do care about how they grew up as a child, because they saw things that we could not imagine. And, you know, when war today is not like it was when my grandfather was in the war. Well, they say, you know, war is war, okay, but it's different. My grandfather never liked to talk about the war, so when I had to do, like, war stuff at school, I would have to ask my friends' grandparents that maybe, you know, their grandfathers that were in the military, and, you know, I would get it that way. And I loved hearing those stories, how they felt, you know, when they had to leave their wife or their parents and go off to war, and just knowing what their mother was feeling at that time, you know, or what their husband or their wife was feeling. And I could feel their pain, and I could feel what they must have been feeling. And I just really, really do connect with a lot of older people, and I can really relate to them, and I can understand them. And people are too quick to judge, and there's a lot of judging in this world, and that shit's gotta stop. But people are always so quick to judge, like, oh, you're old and stupid, you don't know nothing. No, they know more than you. They're smarter than you. And whether you want to believe it or not, they are. And like I said, I'd rather spend time with old people because they have a more interesting life than most people my age or younger. Now, the younger generation are kind of in, we call, denial. They are just in that phase like, oh, I'm better than you. Oh my God, I'm smarter than you. Oh, I look better than you. Oh, I drive this. Or, you know, it's like, really? See, everything people today, young people today, make everything a competition. They always have to always up one. If you say, I bought this right here, this Bluetooth, I got it in pink. Somebody go, oh, I got the same one, but mine's better, it's in purple. And you just kind of want to sit there and go, really? Did a coconut hit you in the head? You know, it's that mentality is what I'm trying to say. And sometimes people my age are kind of like afraid to say anything. They don't want to talk. And, you know, old people, they beg for people to listen to them. They want to be, you know, heard. They want to talk. People just kind of look at them and go like, they're old, they're gonna die, just go on. Nobody cares what you gotta say. You know, that's the way that most people look at them. And that's really sad, because you can learn more from an 80-year-old woman than a 31-year-old woman who acts like she knows everything. You know what I'm saying? It's that's just the way I feel it. And I just, when I'm around people that are in their 80s and 70s and 60s, I'm much happier. I think that just, like I said, in my past life, I think I was an older person. And that's where this phone case comes in. My husband found this case, and he just thought it was so perfect for me because of my empath, and he knows that I am a talker. I love talking to people. He said he's just amazed at every day. That we went to, just the other day, we went to a reunion, and he said, people that I didn't know, this was on his side of the family, that I didn't know, I've never met before. But he said, you sat there and you acted like you knew these people your entire life. You sat there and you talked to them. They were laughing, giggling, and having a great time, and they acted like that they freaking knew you forever. And he said, you have that ability, and which is so amazing, that some people don't have that talent and don't have that ability to just walk into a room and you don't know a soul in this room, but the minute you open your mouth, everybody acts like that they have known you forever and you've known them forever. And that's a great ability, and that's a great compliment to have. That people just love being around you and love talking with you and sharing their stories. And he said it just makes him so happy to know that, you know, that I'm so loved in a room by complete strangers, that I can just light up a room with my presence and my smile. And he said he's had people walk up to him and go, you're a lucky man to have a wife like that. You have an incredible woman right there. Don't let her get away. She is damn amazing. And it makes me feel good to know that people do that, you know, and say that about me, because I don't think I'm anything special. I don't think I'm better than anybody. I just love to talk, and I love to hear people's stories. I care about your past. I want to know what it was like, you know, back in 1920. I want to know. You know, you can read it in a book about the 1920s, but when you actually talk to somebody who was actually grew up in the 20s, I'd rather hear them, because it comes from their mouth and they tell you the story. But in a book, you're kind of like, really? Did that really happen? Can you believe that? But when you actually hear it from a physical person that was born in the 1920s and grew up in the 30s and the 40s, damn, I want to hear it from their mouth. I want to hear it from them. I want to hear their experiences. I want to see their expressions on their face. I want to hear the tone in their voice, like, oh my God, I remember this. I love hearing stories like that. So yeah, I mean, that's my story. I just wanted to share with you guys about my empath and how it's very important to me, you know. I try to help people as best I can, and I try to make people smile. And yeah, so again, I hope you guys enjoyed this so much. Make sure you please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and please hit that bell so you'll be notified when Xavier and I do upload a video. And you know, guys, I just want to tell you guys that if you didn't hear it, it sure hell ain't the truth. You know, if you're gonna make up a fucking lie about me, make it a fucking good one. Seriously? Because half of the shit that comes out of some people's mouth is just nasty. When you don't even know jack shit about me, and you make up lies. And half of them are funny as fuck, man. They're funny, but I guess some people just gotta find something to talk about and have people pay attention to them, because they ain't getting no action at home and they ain't getting no attention either. So they gotta make up some kind of shit just to get people to pay attention to them, because they got nobody. Just saying. But anyway, alright, again guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here because I have very important engagements to do today and a lot more videos to film. So until then, remember, God loves you. Bye.